Whether Rob Gronkowski decides to retire or not, it'd behoove the Patriots to injected some talented youth into their tight end pool this NFL draft. There also just so happens to be a prospect that compares quite favorably to Gronk and Iowa's TJ Hockenson. The 6'5", 250-pound tight end is a strong pass catcher as he hauled in 49 receptions for 760 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2018, but like Gronkowski also has a strong ability as a blocker. "I love Hockenson," NFL Network draft analyst Daniel Jeremiah said during a Monday conference call leading up to the NFL draft. "I think he's the safest player in the draft. And part of the benefit for him in terms of what I gave him and where I ranked him, I did him the day after watching Rob Gronkowski live in person in the playoff game against the Chargers, and I saw Gronk completely dominate a football game without really having to catch the ball. He was just so dominant in the run game. And then I flip on this kid, and he's not as tall as Gronk, and I don't compare anybody to Gronk, he's on a whole different level in terms of what he can do, but I saw this kid with that same temperament and nastiness in the run game in controlling the run game, and then on top of that, he does nothing but get open and catch everything they throw to him. He's going to be a very valuable player with a very high floor as well as a high ceiling for me." Along with Hockenson, his teammate in Noah Fant is also a top tight end talent entering this draft, but is more of an H-back. If drafted by the Patriots, he'd fill more of an on-field role similar to Aaron Hernandez, rather than Gronkowski. "Fant is more athletic version," Jeremiah said. "He's more explosive. He's functional in the run game. He's okay. You can get by with him there no problem. He's not deficient, but he's not the killer that Hockenson is. That would be the difference there. And I think Hockenson has a little bit more natural hands. With Fant, he's got a little bit of a habit, he's jumping for balls that are on his body. Sometimes that shows you a guy doesn't have total confidence there in his hands. That would be a little bit of a difference there, but I think these guys would be first-round picks, day one starters and big-time impact guys." For the Hawkeyes last season, Fant caught 39 passes for 519 yards and 7 touchdowns. The Patriots' first selection in the draft is no. 32 overall, which may have them on the outside looking in at both Hockenson and Fant if they don't move up. If both Iowa tight ends are off the board, they could dip their toe into the Nick Saban waters at Alabama. If Hockenson and Fant are gone, I have Irv Smith right in that range from Alabama who I think would be a great fit there, and he'd be able to kind of plug in," Jeremiah said. "You can play him in line, you can move him, just a real smooth, clean route runner who's pretty nifty after the catch and has some toughness that I know they covet there. He's somebody that would make some sense with the Tide last year." Smythe caught 44 passes for 710 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2018. While a Gronk retirement may increase the need for top talent in the draft this year, the Patriots should have their eyes peeled at the position regardless.